I missed that on the YouTube. Damn it. I probably have had 10 minutes of good information that I missed out on that. You all missed out on YouTube that I just shared. We have to go back and get them that information. It's too bad they missed out. So, but yeah. Oh, well, on information, the FCC and 1866 laws, the numbers are the same. The F is the 6th letter, the CC, 6, you know, is, and 1866 is 333 and all that. And also, so that's basically what YouTube you all missed earlier. I didn't record that. And then today's date is 9/24/2019. Those are 3s as well. So, but let me move on with that because I got it on Facebook Live here. It's supposed to be recorded. And how much time do I have on Facebook so far? How many minutes? 52 minutes. Wow. Okay. So with that, Byron Allen, my thing is farming. Okay. So reap what I've sown. Farming, land buying, purchasing, so we can have the power to, we don't have to buy from these people nothing. Clothing, we can communicate these things. He has TV channels, just like he said the other day. If we have a case like the young man is killed, we have a news channel to produce that, and we have the weather channel. He owns the weather channel, so the live with the HAARP machines that they're using to try to control the weather. Well, he actually owns the weather channel, and we know what that weather is. We can channel our energy to change that. Remember now, I shared y'all with the brother when the people in Atlanta, or there we go again, the Center for Disease Control, in Atlanta, prostrating men. You can prostrate yourself. Human beings, you can prostrate yourself. You can come up over it. You can overlap that, okay? Overlap means you sit in the lap, get that lap time so you can see what it is to be loved again. Overlap, get in that lap, mother's lap, with this information, the loving information I'm using, overlap. So when they try to turn the heat off on people, people start praying so deep. This was during the Christmas time, see, when the stars at their high. See, they didn't know what they were doing. This is what I'm talking about. Whatever they try to do negatively is positive for us. The blasphemy is a blast for me. We blast off lunch when they try to do blasphemy on the people of color. That silver trail. Yeah, the brother told that story, and it got so hot that it wasn't going to be a white Christmas no more, and folks wasn't going to be spending their money. So what they do, turn the heat back on for people. The energy company, blam, because people praying so hard, use their natural selves. It had nothing to do with religion, but if you want to look back, religion looked back onto something. They looked back to who they really were, prayed. The ancestors told them to pray, to turn to God Almighty, to come forth by day and by night. At any time, you can use that power. This is day and night. These people are praying. They can get their power turned back on, and their power turned on from within them. Invisible injury. You the judge and jury. You execute all. Your light is on at all times. You see, even in that. Can y'all relate to that? Yeah, I had that video and showed that video. And it's still there. You can go look it up. Brother Bobby Hemmett told that story in Atlanta. When that's what they did in the 80s. Or the early 90s, one of those times, he told that story and we shared that. You can go look it up. You see? Your light is on, the power base that we can use at any time. They can use the machine, and just as he did with the Wilhelm Reich, when he went with those machines to the southern farmers, to the black southern farmers, Wilhelm Reich, Fahrenheit, the temperature, where that word temperature comes from, since we own the Weather Channel, a German, Wilhelm Reich. The word Fahrenheit from the German as well. Temperature, gauges. We're tuning forks. We're radio TV communicator. Channel, what channel are you using right now? Huh? I'm on this channel. All of them. Come on to me, I reveal all unto you. Let's use that to our advantage. Yeah, he did that. So, getting to that, and it made it rain. Those copper pipes, And some other things the FDA was sitting there watching. As soon as he did, it took it from him. And that sexual energy that he used to bring to life something, the copper in your head, the cerebral cortex, the pineal gland, come on. Medulla oblongata, come on. Optic nerve in the back of your head, come on, let's go 360 within on these axes. Axis. Huh? Axis. Let's deal with this beautifully. We're dealing with every aspect of it all. Numbers, space travel, space, earthly minerals, all of this. Preciousness, money, vibrations. We ain't gonna miss it. We ain't gonna miss it. I can't. Man, how can we? How can we? So Byron Allen, billionaire, right? So we got that. Then we got the young man, Jay Morrison, talking about real estate, buying up real estate. He right now is getting ready to take off, go to all the colleges and universities, talking to them about how the college trap, credit, clout, and all of that, right? And then we got this dude, Eric Thomas, motivating people, on all the sports teams and getting people to do certain things. And he's supposed to be the #1 motivator, motivating people. LeBron James just came out with the 17 thing. Just seen that yesterday. The 17, what is that? 7, 1, what is that? 8. Just got to playing with numbers. That's 8 in infinity. Talking about that. And here I am dealing with this. It was somebody else that was dealing with. And the dude that interviewed Byron Allen, Tone Talks, what they're doing. Whatever the name of their organization is. And these people are arguing back and forth. And another dude that was in there, he was dealing with the, I know who he is, but I'm not going to bring it up. And also, what's his name? Dr. Omar Johnson, and what he was dealing with, and trying to open up a school, and ADHD and all of that. You see? So, with these things, what do these people do? These people have put the cities on their backs. LeBron James put the city on his back. And took them a championship. The young man Jay Morrison put the city on his back and brought them where he's from. Brought them up. Harlem went back wherever he's from. I'm trying to do the same thing here in Little Rock, Arkansas. Talk about the healing aspects of these rocks and this fresh water and Dr. Sebi and the healing, because we have the natural spas here in Hot Springs. And Byron Allen, the billionaire brother, has the money where we can put forth all this energy. And I just finished talking about the cotton pickers who had to put their babies on their back. And so now the babies understand they can give back. So these babies can give back now. They have put the cities on their back and bring championships. So now these people can get together instead of bickering back and forth. So we need this warp speed, these people of color, and on their feet as well. The champion basketball players on their feet in the daytime. His brother on his feet in the daytime buying land, the earth. Jay doing his thing, and Omar Johnson with opening up his school. LeBron opened up a school, helped do a school, and Omar Johnson is opened up a school in Philadelphia, put that on his back, and dealing with that in ADHD. He can stay in his lane too by bringing us a whole manual about child psychology, and you don't have to try to do agricultural things, because I got that. Don't worry about that. Growing food and all of that. We can deal with that and bring all these people to can speak the same language. You see? You don't have to sleep on it, because I've slept on it, and I've been up all day, all night, all through these years. I'm a little bit older than these, and I brought the healing of Dr. Sebi, who did what? He owned a healing village, which all these people, with all you all, Nike, who has manufacturing, the Chinese and Japanese that make those things, they tried to buy Dr. Sebi's healing village. Because where are they? They're in Africa right now, where Dr. Sebi brought the healing from Africa. And these people are over there now, and y'all are dependent on them to mass manufacture the tennis shoes by what? Enslaving children. They have sweatshops. Nike right now. Nike just came up showing, and LeBron just showed that 17, the number 17, packaging All the extra packaging, you don't need all the extra packaging, which is what? Taking the resources from the earth, which they don't have already. They don't have any resources in Japan to be using all those resources packaging up. Where those resources coming from? Africa, other places, cutting down trees, chopping down trees, and all of that. They don't have those resources. They may have the numbers, artificial intelligence, and manufacturing, but guess what? They don't have the resources, and they're enslaving children, having children work those jobs, killing their lives, their childhood, and our children are dying in the streets the very same way. Because what? Natural resources, we're ignoring the natural resources here, which is food, farming, and who we are. Oh, I know what else I forgot. I just came from Dallas, and those guys in Dallas have a gangbangers, Crips and Blood University, or something like that. Some people in Dallas, some brothers who Crips and Bloods, they got something that's called some Crip and Blood University that teaches where they would take a gang person who's in the streets, leader, and show them what they have, and then they can go back to the community, and those guys can be leaders and show them how to come out of the situation that they're in. Since I did Organic Mechanic University, and I just heard this yesterday, just one day ago, this gangbanging university, and I thought how interesting. I just came from Dallas visiting with my brother in that familiar territory. He does books and things like that, and says a Say It Loud program, youth program, has been doing it for years. So all these people, we can communicate with each other and bring to life what it is we really need in warp speed right now. Why do I say we do? Because Little Jeffrey, that's exactly, I was using Little Jeffrey as an example, and that's what he did. That's what Little Jeffries did when they were trying to take a group of ninth grade students and let them do research to put it in the textbooks. Houghton Mifflin were doing that. People who put up textbooks were going to allow ninth graders research to go into what's going to be the textbooks for history class, for the history courses for all the high school and all the high schools in the United States. That's what Houghton Mifflin, a business, billion-dollar corporation, was going to do this, was going to lower our standards. And after they couldn't do that, they ran and got what? FedEx, and tried to put a book called The Disuniting of America with, what's his name? I gotta think of his name. Put that book out and say The Disuniting of America, Immigration was the thing. Because Little Jeffries went and talked to people who were from all walks, who had been in this country, who had been disenfranchised and treated wrongly, and said, give me y'all information, the top people in those areas, whatever culture they were, and they sent him the information back, and he got it together. And the former mayor, Ed Koch, we see him talking to Little Jeffries, talking about cognitive dissonance and all of that. And he said, no, you cannot do this, not good enough. And they attacked him for that. Yeah, Arthur Schlesinger wrote that book, The Disuniting of America, went and got a carrier corporation. That's what they carry around with them. You see what I'm talking about? But we carry the information, the true information. And that's what I'm doing now. Since we have these YouTube and Facebook that we can use, this is justice that I'm using, you see, in the highest, most intellectual way. The names of these people that I call, we can join in, we can communicate, and put our heads together, because we've proven who we are, what we can do with the people, for the people.